Today I'm going to show you how to use a sewing machine. So this is the Brother sewing machine, and it's pretty standard. The things that, well, when I first started using a sewing machine, I made like a lot of mistakes. Like I didn't know about the pressure meter and about this tool and the reverse and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully this will help you get it right on your first try. So I'm going to be using this green thread so you can see what I'm doing. Switching camera so you can, I can show you. So you put this here, and then you thread this through the guide, right? Like that. And then you thread this around this wheel, and this wheel controls the tension of the string. And then you hook it, can you see, in this hook here. And you can adjust the height of this hook by turning this knob, because it's easier to thread it through when it's high up. Then you thread that through, and obviously I need two hands to do this, but you thread it through the needle here. So can you see that? You thread it through there. So I'm just going to thread the needle through. Sorry, the thread through the eye of the needle. A bit of practice. Then once you've done that, as you can see, I've threaded that through there, and then I'm gonna put this in here, put it back, right? So it's like, it's a bit funky, but it's through that little bit. So when I put the pressure down, which is this lever here, you can see the strings properly, so you can see that the strings properly threaded through. Then the next step is this. So you've got to put some amount of thread around this little thing here, right? And you got it like that. And then you put this under here, right there. You can see that, and what you have to do is, let me just focus the camera around. Can you see how it's hooked? If you can see, you gotta thread it around this little bit. So I'll try and show you. But the string, it goes around that little thing there, as you can see on the diagram. Right there. Right, so it goes around that little hook there. And then you just put that towards the back. And you put this in place there. Right? Okay, so that's all now set up, and you can start sewing. So you're going to turn it on. That's the light. You get your cloth, and so I'm going to sew along here. You put it underneath there, and then you use this lever here to press it down, so the pressure plate is down. This lever here, it usually has a sort of indicator above it, which has like a little U-turn sign, reverses the direction. So normally it goes, watch the cloth. See how the cloth is moving away from me? Right? So it's moving in this direction. If you press the reverse switch, it goes in the opposite direction. And that's useful if you want to finish or start your stitch, and that makes it sort of more secure so it won't come undone. But it's pretty simple. You just press the pedal, which you can't see, but it is underneath the table. Press the pedal. So you can adjust the tension of the string with this wheel here. I usually keep it at about 3. And you have to remember to push this lever down. Otherwise, the sort of the wheels underneath here, these bits, these wheels, there won't be enough pressure for them to actually move the fabric for you. Finally, so look here, that is now empty of string. So I had enough to do this, but if you want to, you know, like do a really long stitch or something, you need to make sure you've got plenty of thread in this little wheel. So I'm just going to show this extra little step, and this might be a bit different on your sewing machine, so I will check your manual, but I'm going to show you how you can use a sewing machine to refill the bobbin. So what you do is you thread this through the little hole there in your bobbin, and by hand you thread it a little bit, like so. And then push that into this top section here. Make sure this is just all tight and stuff, and it's probably through the thread guide. And then you move this across. Did you hear that click? And then should go just like that. Anyway. Now the bobbin is filled, like so, and that's pretty good. Much more effective than threading it by hand. And what else? Oh yeah, so this won't actually make a stitch because there isn't any string in that bottom bit, but just for demonstration purposes. Right, that's moving along, stitching my stitch, and I stop it. And the needle is in there, so I can't. You can use this wheel. There's a wheel at the back of the machine, sometimes at the front of the machine, which will lift the needle up. And that is also good for adjusting the height of this hook here, so you can thread it through more easily, and adjusting the height of the needle when you need to thread the thread through the eye of the needle, so that's pretty handy. And then obviously this will select different stitches, and you just basically, if you're, you know, just mending your clothes, then you just pick a stitch that looks similar to the one that the, you know, the manufacturer, or tailor, whatever, used. But you know, most of the time it's just a straight stitch. It's the easiest stitch, especially if you're just doing simple stuff like, you know, doing hems or just sewing bits of fabric together. And yeah, that is how you use a sewing machine for beginners. Hopefully this will help you and you won't have made as many mistakes as I did when I was first using a sewing machine.